According to the Book of Trongle, Tribangle Wiki and Basic History, there was a greatly developed civilization of Ungle Jungle of which, Ungle Bungle Bungalow had his family immigrate. This was where the Dover clan resided. Overan Dover was the leader of this Tribanglist state in its early days, from its capital, Sanson, to its three subordinate cities, Squidapouch, Texacan Mexican and Away. This story takes place in 45016 BS.
What in the nation of Tar? I have searched for every sign of this yeast since the birth of the evil Newinger. Apparently only those whom concur with the great glob in the file can miss the D equals finger circles and gain the yeast of thoughts and mind unscathed. I believe I am. Overan Dover is a yeasty tribanglist. Wait, what is that noise nearby? Sounds like my god's song. And so, one of my brothers, the Globlogab Galab, had placed Overan Dover upon his test for the yeast. He remained in place, despite the alarming presence of the Glob Ghost in his naivete. The Globlogab Galab saw the yeast within him rising as he continued to harvest. Your husband, Overan Dover, has the yeast.
He finally did it? I thought that the yeast of thoughts and mind was just a tribanglist myth.
Bake.
I beg your pardon.
Sen, bed of bread with boarhead with Fred and Ted, I said.
Give shroom.
How did you know? I discovered the yeast. Prepare the baking. Our village will hunt and feast once more.
Certainly, I will prepare it thus. Also, Shrek said yes ritual.
Truth over time. HJFCJHITU.
No, I am not a homo, I am just not a daughter of Becky. Now listen here as I... Mortar and pestle.
A few hours later, KLXGXHFSAKDHVCKGDSAJSVKUARWYTT6R6T 4345T4TGRRGFGYRT56 Gajesh Gutnerd.
Good, yeasty people, what you had just consumed was no other than the yeast of thoughts and mind.
I can pay testament to this. All of you who saw him return here saw no ache or give in his muscles as he ran the many miles.
From atop this stand, you can all hear me, Overan Dover. I beseech you to understand your new Dover forms. We have completed the ritual for holy power. We baked the bread and the first to eat were Ted and Fred's over. After we all ate our share of pork, we all felt power. We are the lords of Mexico, the lords of Ungle Jungle until our dying breaths. Praise Nigel. Praise Globlogab Galab, and praise Shrek, the most pious messenger for us. As you were, my people of Sanson.
Some decade and a half later, the newest children born into the clan by Sanson became teens, and yet treated as adults for their common sense. Nigel saw promise in these Dovers as they possessed potential that could be passed down, and is, to younger generations. Nigel and I watched it pass it on to the virgin Uncle Ben.
As I recall, we had no experience in fighting demons or ourselves. In the near 2,000 years our clan had stood for, we had advocated for non-violence as a basic commandment and tenet. In this blissful ignorance we were only disturbed by the wandering prepests, wanderers, Trongolists and the Newinger. I learned one of the most powerful range of tribanglist attacks during my time from this lesson, the Whited Thornberry, Jane Whited Thornberry and Whited Cannonberry. We had also founded Shrekton and Shakira.
You've made amazing improvements during your time after the East. Founding more provinces, committing to building programs in a system of trained watchmen. Most what we need.
There is still something missing, I am sure. Shaggy and the Globlogab Galab may be coming to us if my prophecy is correct. Oh my Nigel, there they are. Ha 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 ha.
Splendid. Simply delicious. We will squibbly dibble the shribly informatible towards the people. And unlike most things, this can only go one way for the clan. Success and sickness. Great. Where is your Scooby sent over?
She is making a feast for yours in the Globlogab Galab's likeness. She never said what she was making. Other than that, what brings you here? Is it to do with the building schedule in Shakira, perhaps?
Us two gods of memes had understood just one fatal flaw. In your clan is nothing that is militaristic, not even in my protectorate city. We have seen the Triangle. He wants your entire clan to evaporate with his clap mess, carotenoids, Newunger and lesser demons.
So after the feast is when you suggest you plan an attack?
No, our Radner energy has caused the return of the evil Newunger. This is how we defend to teach attacks. We shall call this clearly victorious assault the Battle of Newunger.
After the feast.
You will solve this mystery of Radner power.
Newing, on your mum's lung.
This can go two ways, punk. 1. You walk away. 2. I walk on your face.
Zunch.
Your choice.
And so the battle began.
Zoinks.
SFJHE for Huffsehu Hydojeg.
Meanwhile, the Globlogab Galab destroyed more of the demons with Radner he consumed. He saves the Newunger for Overan to kill.
Simply delicious.
Rest feckle I. And after watching both of those assaults did I realize the powers of Radner and the gods that are fond of it. I absorbed the souls of the damned. Froob. Broof.
Line of A's.
I now destroy the army. Broof. Chain-whited Thornberry. I newinged on your wife's lung. What have you done to Sen, you shonky kroob gonk? Trongle sprongle, she's dead like Mongol. I had now to return to the kitchen to find her coughing up in every word. The triangle-haired dipnip had afflicted my beloved son with the newing lung. Sen, I came as soon as I could. I want you to survive this and stay with me. You are the greatest woman of Ungle Jungle.
There is no use to pity a dying baker like me. The Triangle is merciless in his Rampulian antics. His monsters will always conquer some before they meet the heroic souls. This you knew, so you must remember what you told me and never grieve. That and your powers will allow me to be with you, always.
And I will assure that, if Nigel is my witness and Gwiggle, he will understand your necessity in my life. I shall absorb your soul. Froob.
In your soul I shall no longer suffer. Just remember that and don't do so yourself. Now that I am with you.
Newing, on your mum's lung. Big chung, beefy babung. You ate fung and your wife dead dung. This is now war amongst the Trongolists. Newinger. Your god spawn will tremble now at my discretion alone, and they will die in any possible means.
Brufa, whited cannonberry. Mighty Thornbury, variant, Whited Canonbury.
Nigel, 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 dew, dew, dew.
This writing concludes the extreme beginning of the high period of the original Dover clan and Overan's rise to complete power over Uncle Jungle and such, the yeast of it and the master of Mexico. Special thanks of narration to Uncle Bungle Bungalow, villain designs from Mahatma Gandhi, the Hunkin Scott and Colin. Also thank you Bristow Ober for his racist Japanese accent for the whited thornberries and coughing.